Hey, um, so I am just checking in with my second process talk for the month of January. I can't believe it's only January slash still January. Um, so what have I been working on? I am still tying up some stuff for Here Serpent, that theater project I just did. I had one of the Indiegogo perks was a copy of the script, and because I am OD and a Virgo, I needed to make that into a booklet and do a little bit of revising and do the layout myself by hand. And so that's been good, really. That's been a nice way to get some closure, some clarity on my feelings about the piece as text, and also to really think about the things that were successful in it. Um, because it does feel very exciting. It feels, what feels exciting? It feels exciting that, kind of vision stuff that I have had around locating the queer body in classical text and also creating like intrusions into classical text of contemporary language that makes the connection to immediate queer experience and that urgency clear. I feel like I really learned a lot about how to do that and how to make that process like replicable. Um, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm already trying to figure out what the right next project and collaborator is to make more of those works. Um, I saw a copy of Oedipus in a bookstore and just felt so excited, but I don't know uh, who all I want to invite into the process. I don't know if I should. I mean, and I have a lot of other things that I'm kind of in the middle of, and I really want to kind of manifest the ending and completion of some of those projects, or at least like feel like I'm more attuned to some of those projects. One of them, obviously, is What You Can't Leave Behind, the novel. I did get a bunch of really valuable, uh, generous notes on that from my friend Bryce Payne, who is a musician and artist, and um, and who has been my first close reader of it, and that uh, it's so vulnerable. It's so different. Thinking just the scale, just a novel is like so huge, and going in and making every part of it beautiful is very daunting. So one of my objectives for February is to really create the space to return to that. I also do want the next few days, well, really, this next week into the first few days of February, um, to look at some poetry stuff as well, because I do have some shows coming up. I have a New York show in March, um, and yeah, right now I have some other stuff in New England booked for March and also in Los Angeles in April. Um, and uh, I'm just very torn. I am, yeah, I mean, the city is like seductive and immersive, and it's always possible to be doing work here. And so I'm having trouble um, being committed to my plans to travel. Um, even though, yeah, even though I know why I want to do it also. Um, the kind of big question marks around that are I have an application out at a summer theater festival to do something on a more fully realized scale, to do an 8 show run of a project. Um, that could keep me here, getting that together until the summer, pretty much. There's also an who I'm really not talking about this, but there is an audition for a Shakespeare audition with a company that I would really want to work with and would learn a lot working with. I have that audition on Tuesday. So even though the intention for this time has really been writing and cultivating my solitary practices, I love performing so much, and it is a company I would love to work with. So I am doing that on Tuesday, dusting off my little Richard III monologues. Um, yeah. So I've been getting back to free writing. I'm really, again, seeing in this process how the energy of just like learning lines and cultivating that intimacy and seriousness with a text that I am acting in, um, kind of ends up taking over the space for the other mental practice of generating new written work. When I'm on a schedule where I also am working at a fucking coffee shop a certain amount of time. Um, because certainly during the intervals when I have not been working, I've been able to hold both of those practices and it's felt really good. Um, but that's not where I am right now. Time is a little more finite now. I am so grateful for your support. It really, whew, it's so meaningful, giving me just that little bit of spaciousness and ability to commit to my own work. I'm so grateful, truly. Um, and also, I've been, as far as income, I've been doing more art modeling than usual and a little more in demand this semester. And that, as always, is feeling really good. Getting to, just sit there and be with my inner life and confront the students with my body is great and feels productive and nourishing. And getting to hear about uh, their painting classes I'm sitting for right now. And so getting to hear also some stuff about painting, about uh, structure, finding light and shadow on structure, and using that to like find individuality, to really know what you're seeing, and depth and weight and interiority. Those are really interesting ideas. Um, I've been modeling for some classes taught by T.M. Davy, who is a queer artist. Um, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying hearing him lecture in between sittings. And also getting to see like a really kind of luminous, ideal quality that's in his work, because he's also painting in class. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton to say beyond that. Um, I do feel a little like uh, driven right now, which I think is partly anxiety about like an emotional crash after this last show, which I certainly have been fearful of how I was going to feel. Um, but I haven't had. I mean, I've been working a lot, and it's feeling like pretty integrated. And I'm not. I mean, I'm sad. I am sad to be closing this chapter with this project, and wish I could see more of a future for this specific work. I really do. Um, but I'm not, the way that it sometimes is after shows where you're just like floating in the void. I'm not, thank goddess, I'm not there. Um, so yeah, I mean, again, your support just means so much. And I am really looking forward to getting back to writing. And that's all. Thank you for checking in on me, for taking the time. And if you want a copy of the Here Serpent booklet, you are certainly entitled to one as one of my supporters. So just send me a message and let me know if you would like one of those, a copy of the script.